Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, hello, my name is Maria Rodriguez and I am here representing Fostering Advocates Arizona as a Young Adult Leadership Board. I am 19 years old, a full-time employee at Applebee's, and working on enrolling next semester at Glendale Community College. I share with you my story today as a way to acknowledge the recommendations I have are based on my personal experiences as well as my peers here with me today. When I was 9 years old, I was placed into Arizona foster care as a result of my mom's drug use and my dad's HIV status. During the 7 years I was in foster care, I experienced multiple placement types. When I came into foster care, my case specialist worked hard to find me permanency with a family. However, I was separated from my brother and moved all the way to New York, away from everything I knew. When that didn't work, I moved 3 more times, living with multiple foster families and in group homes. Those years were some of the roughest in my life. It wasn't until I was 16 when my friend's mother adopted me that I finally had a chance at a normal life. My story of being adopted as a teen is not common. Most of my peers in foster care turned 18 and aged out without any legal or permanent family connections. As a community, we should not accept this as an outcome. We all need the love, compassion, and normalcy a family creates, no matter what age we are. It is crucial to our success as healthy, productive adults. We can and need to do a better job for the kids of Arizona. My first recommendation is make permanency a priority. Caseworkers, judges, and attorneys need to continue finding and establishing permanency for youth in care within their community of origin when at all possible. Even if young adults' case plan goal changes to independent living, we need permanent relationships throughout our life. So when DCS is no longer there for us, there is still someone we can depend on for connection, help, and guidance. My second recommendation is to keep us in our school of origin. I did not have that privilege as I moved to 7 different high schools within 2 years. Imagine constantly being the new kid and in high school. You stick out like a sore thumb. My grades suffered as a result of all the movement. It was nearly impossible to learn or do well when I was changing schools constantly. It was difficult to feel like a normal teenager and almost impossible to maintain friendships. I did not have a way to communicate and maintain supports as I lived in group homes that restricted the use of cell phones and the internet, which is very common practice. My third recommendation is to support us in practicing life skills. Young people need the opportunity to not only learn life skills, but to practice those skills. I am 19 years old and I cannot cook. I was never taught and now I'm nervous I'll set my apartment on fire if I try.
I'm sorry, but my wife's a lot older than that.
I was also not allowed to get my driver's license either. I am working to get it now so I can avoid taking the 2-hour bus ride to and from my job, school, and home at night. Whether we live in group homes or with a foster family, we need state policies to ensure we have hands-on experiences to practice life skills such as cooking, laundry, managing money, and searching for and applying for employment, and obtaining our driver's license. We will be more likely at 18 to be contributing members of our community with these skills in place. My final recommendation is to ensure normalcy in group homes. DCS has not yet updated and revised the group home rules. It is crucial when this process begins, it include input of young people who have lived in these settings to ensure the new federally required provisions around normalcy are enforced. While in my opinion, nothing about living in group home is normal or supports healthy development, we still have to do our best to strive for as close to normal as possible. On behalf of Fostering Advocates Arizona, I thank you for your time and I will end on this note. My peers and I are the children of Arizona, biological or not. We want and need the opportunity opportunity in life to thrive, feel normal, and to be cared for. We are the responsibility of each and every one of you, and we urge you to ensure laws, policies, and rules being created and implemented reflect our needs, including permanency, stability, and normalcy. Thank you for your time.
Maria?
Yes.
So, I'm not following. How did you land up in New York? Now, I'm a New Yorker, so I think it's a good thing you land up there, but
Yeah.
maybe you don't. How did that work? How did you?
So they tried family and everywhere, anywhere I had family, pretty much. My dad's part of the family is in New York. So unfortunately, my brother had a lot of behavioral issues at that time, so I wasn't able to have him with me because, the family was worried for younger children because he's very violent. He was very violent at the time. So unfortunately, he couldn't come, so I moved out there for 3 months.
On the education issue, just so you know, something we are working on is, you know how you have like a CASA?
Yes.
And you have the guardian ad litem, and you have also the foster care review board, and
Right.
they're a team of people that follow you through the system and try to help you along. We're going to add a new one, Lord willing, we get it through the Senate and to the governor, but I think we will, where we're going to add an educational element to that, where someone becomes your educational champion, and we provide them supervision through the state so that they can follow your education, so that when you're standing in court, that education person can say, hey, don't do this, because this will move her from another high school again, or this will do this and that thing. So we're going to try to heighten that, plus also have more accountability for the kids themselves.
Right.
What we find is that because they're moving around so much, no one's following their
Exactly.
and when kids go back home, when they are replaced at home, sometimes they're so far behind, that's another stress
Right.
point.
Well, unfortunately, the
on a
credits
fragile-
just don't follow you, because I moved every 3 months, so.
And if you had somebody who was going along and helping you move those credits along, maybe you don't lose so many either. So we are working on some of that, but again, not a fix-all, but just trying to make the system more tolerable and make it work better, and incrementally, let's get ourselves out of this hole. But do we have any questions from the committee? Oh, here we go, Madam Vice Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you so much for your very eloquent testimony. I would very much appreciate, you each had recommendations, suggestions. I'd appreciate a copy of your comments, so we can follow up, with the department. I think they make great sense. I want to find out which ones have been implemented or are implemented, or because as part of the lean team work with the new agency, those are good things to get out in every office and work with every caseworker. So thank you so much, and my hat is off to all of you for growing up and becoming wonderful young adults.
Thank you.